Hey guys, welcome. My name is Michael.
And I'm Carla.
And today we're going to be talking to you guys about our experience at the Sony camera event that took place in Montana this past weekend.
Make sure you guys watch until the very end to see all our tips on how to be successful at this camera camp. Headed to Montana, we were a little skeptical about what we were expecting there, but Sony Camera Camp chose a wonderful spot. It was the Flathead Lake, and the scenery was pure gorgeous. It was sunny and the water was so clear. It wasn't something that we expected, but it exceeded our expectations, and Sony did a great job of picking that location.
They really did. I mean, it was just so beautiful. We even traveled around the lake for the day before the actual event just to get a feel for it, just a feel for the people, for the food, just for the whole area, and it was actually really fun. Now, you may be thinking, should I bring my gear? Should I bring my lenses? Should I bring my laptop? Well, they recommended to us that we bring at least a laptop because we're going to be doing some video editing, but ultimately they had a lot of actually laptops there for us to use. So that's a question that you may want to consider if you're going to the Sony Camera Camp this year, because they said they're probably going to be hosting it again. So just keep that in mind.
And not only did they have laptops for us, but they had top-of-the-line laptops for us. They were good quality and they were super nice to use.
And yes, if I were you guys, definitely bring your gear. Although they had a bunch of gear for us to test out, which at that particular day, I never brought my gear to use it. I used theirs instead. But that camera camp was just for one single day for us. So the other days that you're there in Montana, more than likely you're going to be going for more than one day. Bring your camera gear, test it, use it. It's an amazing place, and there's a lot of spots to take a lot of good photos, videos, drone shots, you name it. It's amazing.
And when you rent out their equipment, don't just use one camera, use multiple, because like you said, there's so many there, and there's a lot of new cameras out that are not even on the market yet. So make sure you use a lot of different ones, not just stick to the same one.
Not to mention use different lenses, not just the same camera, because the thing is, it's not every single day that you get to experience full-blown Sony arsenal of cameras, lenses, everything. They even had polarizers and ND filters there for us to use as well.
Now, when you first get to camera camp, you're going to walk in and everyone's going to be either, socializing or just checking in, and that's your opportunity to really put your foot in the door and get to know other people. Make yourself well known there. Even if you're not a big time photographer or videographer, make yourself well known there. People will remember that. Michael here was asking a lot of questions, and people, at the end of the day, they knew who he was because they knew he was the one person that was asking a lot of questions, and that really stuck out. So be sure to, if you're not comfortable, make yourself comfortable. Everyone is there willing to learn, and everyone was super friendly, so make sure you just put yourself in the crowd and talk to people, and it will become successful for you and be more beneficial.
Yeah, whatever you put into the camp is what you're going to get out of the camp. So think of it as a place not only to just use the camera gear and whatnot, but also to socialize and definitely meet new people, because there's going to be a lot of people, especially influential people there, that you may not even know are influential until you meet them. So be friendly, meet people, network, and enjoy your time.
And even some of the big name people that were there, they were super friendly. They came and sat with us, and they made it very personal. And a lot of friendships were made from it. Not just networking, but friendships as well.
And I would suggest while you're there, although there's, horseback riding, you can ride on a boat, there's a lot of different things you can do. My suggestion would be take the time to talk to people. So go into the classes, take the workshops, do some investigating in that way instead of going out and just doing a lot of just nice photo shoots. You can do that too, but you can also do that on a different day when the other people are not there. That's what we kind of try to focus on, and we tried our best to make sure that we attend as many workshops as possible to get the most out of the trip as we could.
And we use personal stories too, not just making it generic. We ask personal questions to help with our channel or how to take better pictures or edit quicker. And they really honed in on our personal story, and they made it tailored to us. So don't be afraid to really make it personal. There's no stupid questions. Everyone is there to learn. And so the more you put in, the more you get out of it, the more personal you make it, the more personal they'll make it for you as well.
Right, there was a wide variety of people actually attending the camp. Some were really beginners, some intermediates, and some were pretty much experts, although they were not very well known. But realistically, they were really good at what they were doing. So definitely take advantage of that. And another thing, since during our camera camp, there was only 55 people there, it's a small group, right? So the thing is, when you're going to the workshops, they can really focus on who you are. They'll ask questions about, what channel do you have? Do you have a channel? What are you doing for a living? So it was a great experience in that sense too, because they really got to know us as people, not just like as one single class of 100 people, and not being able to actually meet every single person, at the same time. So I thought that was awesome.
And when you sign up for this camera camp, be sure to put your tag as your Instagram profile so that people can quickly find you. A lot of people were trying to find one another's profiles, and it was hard to find, especially if they had hard last names. So if you make it visible and easy for others to follow you, not only will you gain quick followers, but you can create friendships that way too, and DM one another.
To be more specific, what Carla was mentioning is that on the name tag itself, on the bottom of it is where you could put your Instagram name or whatever name you want to put on there as well. This way you're a little bit more easy to be noticed on social media. Some people actually had it engraved on there. I'm not sure how they did it, but I saw a couple of people actually handwrite with like a permanent marker their Instagram name. This way they were a little bit more easy to identify. Another thing I noticed is that a number of people actually had their business cards there, and they were actually handing them out. I personally had my business cards, but honestly, I didn't hand out a single one. Instead, I was actually asking people for their Instagram name, and then this way we could very easily, DM people if we had a question, or follow them. This way, in the future, I don't know, just it was easier to meet people that way. So either way works. Bring your business cards if you do have any. And just to showcase briefly what they actually gave us when we were there, it is this. Inside the bag, here's a couple things that they gave us, which is a hydro flask. Some Sony paperwork, you can see here, and we got a Sony shirt, which shows Sony Camera Camp. And what else do we have in here? This is pretty cool. I'm not sure if you guys are familiar with these, but the read and write speeds, these are fairly expensive. So giving us this SD card rather than just an everyday regular SD card, this is pretty awesome. Also, we got this, which you can put all your SD cards inside, just helps organize them. And also, we didn't mention, but DJI was also there. They gave away some of these, and they were actually there with the Ronin SC and the Ronin gimbal, kind of showcasing them and showing creators how to use them a little bit better. Now, thank you for holding off to the end, and this is where we're going to be talking about our 3 favorite tips for camera camp. So number 3 will be getting there early. This way you can actually look at the area, know where you are at, kind of explore. This way throughout the day, it's a little bit easier for you to get from one place to the other. Not to mention, go early if you can to the actual equipment room and see what they have. Because they have a lot of cameras, as you will see here in a little bit. I'll show you some footage. But yeah, there's a lot of selection. Just make sure to get there early, and of course, be on time.
So tip number 2 is to plan ahead. Before you go there, play around on YouTube. Camera Camp, they are big on social media, and YouTube is one of them. So if you're not familiar with YouTube, be sure to do so beforehand. That way you can really ask questions if you're not sure of how to do something, or how to gain followers, or how to gain subscribers, or things of that nature. You at least have a somewhat basic idea of what to ask, and you're not going in clueless like some people.
Yeah, absolutely. You got to think of it like, why is Sony there? Why are they doing this camp? One of their biggest strategies is social media. And the engine of social media, at least from our perspective, is YouTube. YouTube is a huge engine that moves social media forward. So their talks there about cameras are one, but also they do focus on YouTube quite a bit. So definitely get used to that and be ready when you go in there with that. And the number 1 tip we suggest for going there is making sure you take a lot of pictures and be able to transfer those pictures quickly, from your Sony cameras to your phones to post on Instagram, on Twitter, on Facebook, wherever you need to, but specifically with their hashtags. When we went there, it was hashtag #BeAlpha and hashtag Sony Camera Camp. And ultimately, that was a little trick that if you actually did that and did that well, at the end of the day, when we were there, they actually handed out prizes. So definitely keep that in the back of your mind. Go there prepared, be ready, and you never know. You might actually get something in return, not just the experience, but they might give you something, literally. So that's something that's to keep in mind.
Hey Michael, didn't you win?
Maybe.
And what was your secret to winning?
Actually being very productive, like using every single second there to make sure I'm getting the most out of the trip. And while there, I try to take every single moment, experience it, but also take a picture of it too, because I'm trying to give back to Sony. You know, they making this camp for us, that's a lot. Like they spent a lot of money going out there and doing this for us. So in return, what we can do as people there is take pictures, post them on social media, and make sure to tag them. Because that's how I guess I was lucky enough to actually get something from them, which I didn't expect, but that was really awesome. And I definitely want to say thank you to them again for that, because they really didn't have to do that for all the things that they already did for us, like give us lunch, give us dinner, and just give us the opportunity really to travel there.
And Michael was so fortunate to win. He actually got this. And we are going to be using it quite often because it's very portable and we are so excited to use it. So thank you again to Camera Camp, Sony Camera Camp, and to the state of Montana. It was beautiful, our first time there, and it couldn't be more of an experience for us. So
actually, I can't wait to go back.
Yes, definitely.
Specifically because what did you not see?
We didn't get to see bears, unfortunately. They were all in one spot. Apparently they closed off a part of Glacier National Park due to a lot of bears, so we didn't get to see any.
Paving.
Yes, they said they were paving, but we also heard there were a lot of bears in that area, so we'll definitely have to go back and see some of those bears.
Or should we not see the bears?
Maybe we'll just sit in the car and drive around and look
Yeah,
at
she
them.
wants to see the bears, but she's scared of the bugs, so yeah, we just need to be careful about those bears.
But anyways, thank you again to everyone. We had so much fun in Montana, and like Michael said, we can't wait to go back, and we hope you guys found this video interesting and take it upon yourself to apply, and hopefully we'll see you guys next time.
Yeah, hopefully you guys are there, and hopefully we can be there again in the future too, because it was an amazing experience, very inspiring, and just overall one of the best trips I've ever had in my life personally. So
Except our honeymoon.
Well, yeah, of course. All right, well guys, great talking to you today. Hope we got something out of this video. If you did, please be sure to like it, subscribe below, and if you have any questions, feel free to either DM us on Instagram. We'll leave our names here down below.
Or drop a comment below too.
Yeah,
we'll look at those.
Yeah, exactly. We'll try to answer as many questions as we can for you guys down below as well. So make it a great day, and we'll see you guys soon.
Bye guys.